Hello everyone, welcome to Ixam Bees. This is the 10th video. We are discussing economics and social issues question important for your NABARD exam. If you haven't seen the earlier video, please go to that. This is the question number 91. Which of the following is not among the 7 sectors identified for priority sector lending by RBI? Priority sector lending understanding is very important for NABARD because NABARD takes care of the agriculture and rural development, and the priority sector targets by RBI are there to direct the lending for priority areas. So what are these priority areas which are important for the development? There are 7 into it. The question here says which of the following is not one of that. I am going to tell you all 7. First select your answer, and if you have not utilized this opportunity, 50% off on NABARD Grade A mains course. Every extra mark matter for your selection. You get thousands of practice questions, videos and daily live classes, including the practice for the descriptive English. Enroll at the course at ixamBee.com. The answer to this is import credit. Import is not to be promoted. Export is to be promoted. The 7 sectors identified are agri, MSME, export credit, education, housing, social infrastructure and renewable energy. Remember this, people do mistake because this was included later. And weaker section. There is a separate target for weaker section, agriculture, small and marginal farmer. Marginal and small farmer. You have to also remember that. Next question is, which of the following country ranked first as per the DQL Index 2020? In the previous video, I have discussed about the DQL Index. What is India's rank? And that time I told you which is the number 1 country. Hope you remember. The correct answer to this is Denmark. With 0.79, it is at the top of the index, followed by Sweden and then Canada. The Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievement, ARIA 2020, ranked various universities and institutions. Which of the following statement is correct regarding this? The rank was based on 7 parameters. The ranking was announced in 5 categories. IIT Bombay topped the category of Institute of National Importance, and KIIT Khurda topped the category of private or self-financed universities. Only 4th one is correct. Remember that this is released by Ministry of Education, Government of India, and implemented by AICTE. The ranking was based on 9 parameters, not 7, and announced for 6 categories. And IIT Madras topped the category of the Institute of National Importance, not IIT Bombay. First state in the world to become fully organic. And in this type of question, I always ask you to use the intelligent guessing. Becoming fully organic means no use of agrochemicals. So do you think the bigger state like Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Arunachal Pradesh? You must have some idea about the geography of Arunachal Pradesh. So quite large territory. These 3 you can immediately remove, that these are quite large geographies, lot of agriculture land. How they are going to have good agriculture production without use of chemicals? So these can be smaller state, hilly state. The word I used here, hilly state, because mostly in plains where there is water source as a irrigation, the use of chemicals gives you very high return. So out of these, Tripura and Sikkim, if you have any idea, then you can choose it better. Sikkim became the first fully organic state in the world, and other states like Tripura and Uttarakhand is also again a hilly state, have set similar targets for becoming fully organic, because in these states actually the use of chemicals have not gone to that level. But states like Madhya Pradesh, followed by Maharashtra and Karnataka, they are the largest producer of the organic food because their overall food production is quite high, and a large portion, a significant portion of it is chemical free. Which of the following Indian company ranked as the 2nd biggest brand globally as per the Future Brand Index 2020? This is Reliance. The Future Brand Index reorders the top 100 companies in terms of the brand perception strength rather than just financial strength. It is a global brand perception study based on the PwC Global Top 100 Companies by market capitalization. Indian company Reliance Industries was ranked the 2nd biggest brand globally after Apple being first biggest brand. So it is a big achievement for an Indian company, becoming the 2nd biggest brand after Apple. In Union Budget 2020, the fiscal target had been revised from 3.3% to what percent? So you must be reading nowadays again and again that we are sleeping on the fiscal targets because of the corona situation. Tax collections are not happening and there are a lot of expense burden on the government. But what was the target? At least that you have to know for the exam purpose, right? The target was 3.8. We know this target is not going to be anywhere the real numbers we are going to face now because of the revenue shortage. And the government in this also used an escape clause of 0.5% to breach the target. So fiscal target of 3.3 and this 0.5% breach is 3.8. You remember this number. In February 19, the government has approved national policy on electronics to position as India as the global hub for ESDM. What does it mean? What is ESDM stands for? And when you see these options, then there is a more confusion. Electronics, electrical system or semiconductor, right? Understand these kind of words very carefully. It is electronics, system design and manufacturing. National policy on electronics envisages to create ecosystem for globally competitive electronic system design and manufacturing by promoting domestic manufacturing and export in the entire value chain of ESDM. The share of state in the tax proceeds as per the 15th Finance Commission is, and you shall also know what is the main job of Finance Commission, who is the current chairman, who was the previous chairman. The answer to this is 41%. Previously it was 42%. As per the 15th Finance Commission, this is 41%. Very important number to remember. The programs launched in 2015 dedicatedly to encourage chemical free farming are, I talked about organic farming, state Sikkim. Here I am asking you two programs which are MOVCD and PKVY, Mission Organic Value Chain Development for Northeast Region, and Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. Paramparagat is traditional agriculture development scheme. Krishi Vikas Yojana launched in 2015 to encourage chemical free farming. Remember the full form of both, especially useful for your NABARD and AFO exam. Last question, which of the following can be used as a tool in reducing the fiscal deficit? A theoretical question, very simple. Anything which reduces the expense or which increases the income for the government is reducing the fiscal deficit. So by increasing subsidies, what will happen? Expense will rather increase. It cannot be an answer. Increase in government expenditure, whatever on defense or on healthcare, it will also increase the fiscal deficit. Decrease in the income tax rate decrease means government revenue is decreasing. It is also not going to help. By borrowing from World Bank. So do you think by borrowing from World Bank will reduce the fiscal deficit? Because on borrowing again you have to pay the interest. So this is not earning. That will be a way to bridge the fiscal deficit, whether it is borrowing from World Bank, IMF, or maybe borrowing from the market, because somewhere government has to meet the gap between the earning and the expenses. But this is not an earning. This is a loan by the government of India. Because of these kind of questions, the answer becomes difficult. Correct answer here is none of these. Hope these questions help you in real exam. You have any question for us, please contact us as 920552408 by WhatsApp, SMS or call. And within the given days also, the quality content can make a difference in your career. Use this opportunity of 50% off now. Remember, government exams made easy by ixamBee. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon.